Ain't nobody going to convince me that a guy that threw for 449 yards and 3 touchdowns played worse than a guy
He didn't make any plays. He didn't cash. He went 2 for 5 in the red zone. That won't get it done. The other guy goes 4 for 4. You lost because the other guy was better. The other guy made all the plays.
What happened is that sometimes for a defense, you have to play your responsibility. And whatever your responsibility is, if your responsibility is to keep contained on your side of the ball, don't try to chase plays down and try to catch a play from the backside, because we saw Kerrigan, and I forget number 94, we saw them get nosy, and they got caught down inside trying to make a play that's not theirs. See, my thing is, if your responsibility is to do this and you make a play, kudos to you. But if that's not your responsibility and you're trying to make a play and you get caught out of position, a la Ezekiel bouncing around the edge for a touchdown, a la Dak bouncing around the edge for a touchdown, a la getting outside, buying time, throwing the ball down the field, that's not your responsibility. As Michael Irvin coined this phrase in 1993 on the sideline, NFL Films, the Patriots take a lot of credit for it and they want to copyright it. But Michael Irvin said, do your job. He said, do your D job. He didn't say just do your job, do your D job. Your job is to make sure you keep outside arm free. You keep contained. You do not let Ezekiel get around the edge for a touchdown. You do not let Dak get around the edge for a touchdown or get outside so he can buy time. So once you start playing out of your assignment, this is what's going to happen. With all that being said, Skip, look, I know how you feel about Kirk Cousins. You think Dak is the greatest thing since the Slinky. He did not.
That's way before my time. I don't even know what a Slinky is. I don't even know.
You know what Slinky is. Okay, silly
is that like
putty.
the hula hoop? Or
okay,
what is
Rubik's
that?
Cube.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
If you think for 1 second a guy that missed 12 passes threw the ball, and think about over the last 5 days what he's done.
Hey.
He's thrown for over 800 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
Up and down he went. Up and down he went. Couldn't get it in the end zone. I only care about who gets in the end zone.
And let me tell you
my guy gets it in the end zone.
Let me tell you something, Washington. Kirk Cousins right now is like New York real estate. The price isn't coming down. And if I'm him, if they franchise me again, I'll see you opening day. Because I proved it. You told me to prove. You told me to back up what I did last year. I backed it up with an even better year. Now, if you don't want to come see me on the paper, I'm not signing this contract. I'll see you opening day. Because I'm not going to keep putting myself in harm's way. Because you said, okay, Kirk, we think that was a little fluky. You know, you got hot late. Let's see if you can follow it up. He's following it up with an even better year. So if you want to keep betting, hoping that I get hurt, well, you know what? I'm going to take some of the hurt because I'm not going to play in the preseason. I'll see you opening day. I'll sign that contract then, and let's see how we do. Because at the end, because he's still only going to be 28 years old, so he'll still be in his prime. So, hey, you know what it's going to cost you. You had an opportunity to give him because you could have gave something like a Brock Osweiler deal, $18 million per year. Probably would have taken you a little bit more than 37. Probably take you around 45, 50. The price keeps going up, Skip.
Good.
It's going to be, Skip, it's not coming down.
Good. Pay him. Pay the man.
Hey, you know what
Give him what he wants. Give him every penny.
It's like
strap yourself to
right
this
now,
cap.
Skip, it's like an apartment in a Trump building. The price keep going up because he's president. Skip, they got to pay him. You know that. You know that, and they need to pay this man.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm hoping, God willing, that you and I do this show together for a long time, and I hope that they give him 4 or 5 years of big guaranteed money where they are stuck with Kirk Cousins for the next 5 years, and you're stuck with him. Because game after game, you're going to pick Kirk Cousins to beat my Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott, God willing, and you will lose again and again and again. He will always leave you wanting. You'll always be a little bit frustrated.
You're good now, Skip. You're good now because you got all your offensive linemen. You got them tied up. You got your two best players on offense. They're under rookie contracts. But there will come a time that you'll have to pay them.
Way off. I can't even think that far ahead.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Because that could be, what, 3 Super Bowls from now? Could be. Could be. Who knows?
This
is Michael and Emmett all over again.
Anybody got some? I need some water in this cup.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, here we go.
Here we go.
The Washington needs to stop playing. I don't really know what else he can do. He's done everything they've asked him to do and more.
Except win big games. But go ahead.
Skip the 6-3. What is it? 6-3-1, 6-4-1 now?
6-4-1.
6-4-1.
Well, that's
is
stellar.
Is that all his fault? I mean, you see, and this is the problem that I have, and I've always had this problem. Quarterbacks get so much of the credit, too much of the credit, and all of the blame when things go wrong. You tell me a man throws for 449 yards with 3 touchdowns, and the defense can't get off the field. And Washington punted one time, this many. Slightly above 0. This many, Skip. Let me see. Yeah, this many. And they lose.
And Kirk Cousins failed to score in the red zone this many times. This many. Can
And,
you count? 1,
and
2,
Dallas
3.
and Washington's D failed to keep the Cowboys out of the red zone
4
this
for
many
4.
times.
4 for 4.
This many times.
Yeah, way to go, Dak.
Washington's D.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins outplayed
I know it
Dak.
tore you up. Could you even eat after the game? What, your
No, I wasn't
stomach
feeling.
too upset?
I wasn't feeling well.
You ate early or late?
I ate late, but I worked out. I trained really hard for an hour and a half before. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy this. Saw this great game. Detroit pulled out a shocking win. And then
Then you lost your appetite?
I said, I ain't even hungry. I don't even
I
wanna
mean,
eat.
look, Kirk Cousins put up great fantasy numbers.
He did.
you're
Way to
into that.
go.